Heather Garbutt interviewing Moran Baillie, who's a transformative coach, mentor, and facilitator. She knows firsthand the overwhelm, frustration, and exhaustion women today are experiencing. For the past 15 years, she's been empowering women to connect to their brilliance and lead their lives with clarity, courage, and confidence. She's a transformative coach, mentor, and facilitator, and works one-to-one with clients and with groups, helping women to break through that inner glass ceiling and remove the barriers which hold them from being everything they can be in this life. She's also a mother, an HR leader, an executive who's worked in both the public and private sectors, and is very passionate about women taking a stand and playing a bigger game. It's wonderful work you do, Moran. I love to feel women taking a greater part on the world stage. Welcome.
Thank you, Heather. It's absolutely lovely being here today.
Do you know, I can never get over your voice. I know you quite well, you know, we're good friends. But when I hear you speak like that, I can feel the warmth of your heart. It's an absolute delight to me. It's brought a bit of a tear to my eye. Lovely to be doing this with you.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. So tell us, what work do you do?
Yeah, so as you beautifully said in the introduction, I'm a woman-centered coach and mentor. I partner with women and help them to discover their brilliance and create the life they want. So as a coach, I create space for women to come together or work with me one-on-one to unpack their inner barriers, which are holding them back from reaching their full potential. And together, we apply practical techniques to transform them.
It's brilliant. Yeah, I've seen the outcome of some of your work, and it's a wonder to see. I can't encourage people enough to explore what you do. But tell us a bit first. Why are you doing this work? What's motivated you?
Yeah, I love this question, Heather. Thank you. Well, over the years, I have worked with so many women who are smart, insightful, they have great ideas, they are absolutely brilliant, yet they don't speak up. They don't ask for the promotion they so deserve. They don't leave toxic relationships that are holding them back. They are disconnected from their own brilliance and not aware of their value. And seeing these women play small breaks my heart. So I made it my life mission to help as many women as I can step up and play a bigger game, because I really believe that when women choose to play big, the whole world benefits.
I absolutely agree. What a beautiful mission statement. It's lovely. So let's go back a little bit, though. How did you come into this work yourself?
Well, I always have been curious and interested in self-development and growth. I attended workshops, I worked with coaches, I read many self-development books, and in 2019, I certified as a coach and facilitator by the Institute for Women-Centered Coaching, Training and Leadership. And in 2020, I launched my own coaching practice and started working with women who want the tools to break through their inner glass ceiling and stop playing small.
Great, great. Thank you. That's interesting. You know, that's your own path, your own development that has taken you through to offer this to other women too. You've broken your glass ceiling and you're helping others. It's just lovely.
Yes, in many ways. But it's a forever evolving work in progress. We are, that is.
Yeah. So tell us about you. Tell us about that path.
Well, I was one of these women, so I've walked my own personal journey from playing small to playing bigger. I was hiding behind patterns of self-sacrificing, overgiving, self-minimizing, only to protect myself from disappointments. But the problem was that my life were also minimized. So there was a distinctive point I remember where it felt that my life was falling apart. I was in a job which was so small for my skills. I was so bored, but I just didn't know. And I knew that I needed to move on, but I had no clarity and no idea where to go next.
Mm.
On a personal level, I was a mom of 2 young kids, and my relationship wasn't going well at all. I felt I was failing in every area of my life. But the thing is that I was so confused. I was very well educated, ambitious, and hardworking, yet everyone around me was moving to bigger and better jobs except me. I was also a devoted mom, but constantly felt that I was self-sacrificing, leaving me at the end of the day busy, exhausted, and consumed with guilt. And most of all, I felt isolated and alone, despite having so many friends around me. So eventually, I took a stand for myself and started my personal transformation journey. And today, I'm doing what I love and what feels widely aligned with who I am.
Yeah, that's brilliant to have seen that. I've been privileged to witness some of your change and growth. It's lovely being a colleague of yours, just watching you bloom and bloom and bloom. But I think you've hit on something really key there about the isolation. But when your success is blocked by something inside, I mean, Jung used to talk about this, that it's a sort of secret. It feels like a guilty secret. It occurs naturally in us all when we're not really expressing ourselves and aren't understood and aren't really standing up for ourselves in the world.
Exactly. And I think that's also what holds so many women I think this is also what holds so many women back. This, lack of clarity and isolation. And there's also lack in the mechanism. But yes, you're absolutely right. Isolation is a key driving point for women playing small.
Yeah, small, safe and hidden. That's my little phrase I have in my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Moran, I see how passionate you are about this work. It's just wonderful to see. So tell me what you love about it. Let's really list all that out.
Well, I absolutely love seeing the women I work with thrive and grow, seeing real and tangible changes. For example, moving to a bigger and better job where they can use their brilliance and gifts, or moving from constant self-doubt and taking a stand for themselves and really starting to see their value and power. Getting clarity, getting courage, confidence. I feel I like this metaphor. I feel like I'm helping them to birth a new self, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what makes me most happy is when I see women support other women to rise and thrive. This is really where the magic happens and what will make our society better. But to change things on the outer, women need to overcome some of the internal barriers first.
Yeah, I get you. It's interesting because I think of that small, safe and hidden. And I'm just picking out the 3 words that jumped for me there is clarity, courage and confidence. And that's what you're giving birth to first. Yeah, I see that. They're getting really clear, finding the courage to make changes according to the clarity that they've got, like the plans they may have, and then the confidence to carry it out. Yeah. So
Exactly.
yeah, great. So how does this work for you? How does this really specialist sort of work progress? What happens?
Well, so my approach is tailored specifically for women, and it addresses inner power blocks. So as a coach, I hold a safe space, expand perspective, inspire and support women like no one else. So they feel safe to be vulnerable. It is like being in a chrysalis, doing inner work before transforming to a beautiful butterfly. So as I mentioned, I provide deep insights to inner barriers, which are often stored in one's unconsciousness. And the practice or the practice tools I use actually work because they are experiential and provide women with access to the power and intuition that they already have.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I get that. And they're so tired these days, aren't they? Everybody's so tired doing everything.
Yes, you know, many women are so confused, and, you know, myself included. On one hand, we are absolutely exhausted. We're burnt out, we overworked. The pandemic have had many impact on many women. But at the same time, we know that women are rising. We know that women have more opportunities for leadership like never before. So I help women make sense of this power paradox.
Yeah, and from my point of view, I, you know, as a former therapist, I sort of see how tiring it is if you're in that small, safe, hidden, isolated, fearful place. That takes energy to stay there. And once you start to move through that, then you're liberated and your energy comes. But there's a key thing that I think happens in our society, that we think we're grown up and mature when we're doing things on our own. Mm-hmm. Whereas the real maturity is getting the true support to do it. And for myself, I've always found it wonderful to have either a therapist or a coach or a mentor to help me really think things out on what I want in the world and what I want to do with my life, what I want for myself personally. Yeah. So I would really encourage anybody watching this and listening, get support to do the work, because it's really so much harder without. In fact, I would say it's almost not possible, because doing it in relationship is what makes the changes.
You know, Heather, I can't agree with you more. There's my teacher, Dr. Claire Zemeth, saying we can't become ourselves by ourselves. And what it is it's our need to have mirrored back to us our brilliance, so we can hear it and we can feel it reflected back from other people. But what I'm seeing is desire by many women to work with a coach, but in a group, so they witness one another and they form communities of support and growth, which is beautiful to be part of and lead some of those.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I love the sort of modern way of doing it, with very sort of, how can I say, gentle but firm structures that hold everybody, so that they won't be somebody bossing around. You know, some of the worst committee meetings I've been in, you know, that's what I've got in mind. And the parameters, the boundaries that are set really hold people safely. And having a leader who's strong and clear is essential to that. And I love what you do in that respect. So tell me, who comes to you? Who's really benefiting from seeing you?
Well, women who are feeling like they have to work extra hard just to survive, or women who are completely burnt out by work. They feel stuck, they feel frustrated, they feel overworked, underpaid, and most of all, underappreciated. Or women who are stuck in relationships, which gets the worst out of them.
So I was going to say that, because that's my field of expertise about relationships too. All of this goes together, you know, love, money, status, it all goes together and goes to those unconscious core beliefs that you were outlining before. So if you shift one piece, it will shift in every realm.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can't agree with you more. And I've seen it over and over again in my work. And some of the tangible results that my clients are getting are clarity around their next career move, or confidence to voice their needs and wants, the courage to step into leadership roles, confident to charge for the value or negotiate pay rise, understanding what is holding them back from having a healthy, supportive, and fulfilling life. and feeling confidence, clear and empowered at work.
Mm. Yeah, so they're moving from that feeling of invisibility or lack of power to having more influence and confident decision making. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm.
Exactly.
Brilliant. So can you outline for us, what happens in the early sessions? Say, let's look at the initial appointment. What would go on there?
So I first hold a 30 minutes, normally free discovery session to check mutual fit. And in the first session, we set the desired coaching outcomes, which is really important. So we're really working on coaching outcomes that don't come from the mind, they come from the heart, because normally those are the real ones that we need to work on. And then in following sessions, we go deeper into the work. So generally speaking, I follow a 4-step process of connecting to the brilliance and desires, right? So that's tangible outcomes like getting a new job or restoring confidence. Then we identify the barriers which are in the way. The next step would be to dissolve these barriers. And the last step is connecting to new ways of responding, which normally generate the life experience that the women are looking for.
So that's brilliant. So they really identify what they want in life. And then you go through getting rid of everything that's in the way. And then they can be their full selves. Lovely, lovely, rich in the world in so many ways. Mm. So how long do you work with people? How long does it take?
Well, my group coaching programs normally run for 6 months, with 1 session of insights and contact a month and 1 session of group coaching.
Okay. Mm. All right. So that's fairly straightforward and clear. I can see that. Mm-hmm. So it's a regular pattern of support individually, and then a regular pattern of support as a group, which exactly. Is lovely. It's lovely. It's very holding. So is there anything else that you'd like people to know about what you do?
Yes. There's so many coaches and professionals out there. Access to support is not the issue. The key is to find the one that really works for you. And the process of transformation is huge. So you want to do it with someone who can really champion you and help you alter the course of your life. One of the things that I learned is that no one is coming. No one is coming to do the work for you. But when you are ready to transform and shift and take a stand for yourself, I will be there to hold, support, and cheer you on.
Mm. Oh, that's landed in my heart. How warm. That feels so warm. Oh, give me the goosebumps. So can you tell us now, how to contact you?
Yes, so you can contact me via LinkedIn or via Facebook. Also, I've got my website, and there is a form under contact with the opportunity to book a session with me or get in touch.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Moran, for sharing your wonderful work with us today.
Thank you so much, Heather, for having me here today. What a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.